Hello everyone, Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm reviewing Lady of the Dead 2017, which is a Napa Valley red wine produced by Frias Winery. So Frias Winery started in 1977 when the Frias family purchased 100 acres in Spring Mountain district. And they planted in 1985, and their first vintage was 1987. They now have about 13 acres, which is not a lot, and they source the fruit from this wine from both Oakville and Yountville AVAs. They have a second generation that's kind of involved right now, and at the helm in terms of the winemaker is Todd Heth. This wine is kind of a special wine. It was previously called TOPOGRAFIA, but in 2015 they changed the name to Lady of the Dead. And I think it's a pretty nice label. I'll close up on it. It's kind of a catchy idea. This is the 2017 vintage, but I think it's catching on. About I think in the US about $50. Here it's a little bit under $100 probably. It's not really expensive, but it's a catchy label, good idea. So the lady on this label they call her Catrina, and it's kind of inspired by the Day of the Dead, or the Dia de los Muertos, which is kind of a holiday that's celebrated in the US and Mexico in late October, maybe between October 31st and November the 2nd. So it's not meant to be a scary kind of Halloween type image, but more a positive, strong symbol. So this kind of holiday, it is kind of a celebration in the Mexican culture, and I guess that goes towards kind of their kind of culture, the Frias' culture. So death is viewed as a natural part of the human cycle, and it's not viewed with sadness, but in terms of celebration. So it's not to be a spooky label. When I first looked at this, I thought, well, Lady of the Dead, that's not a good omen. But actually, in fact, it's supposed to be a very positive thing. It is a blend, and they change it every year, and in fact they've kind of been continuing to fine-tune this. So I think it's going to get better and better, and they've kind of changed the blend even in the 18 and 19 vintage. In the 17 vintage, it was 89% Cabernet Sauvignon, 11% Syrah, but it's always Cab dominant, and about 10,050 cases of this wine was produced in 2017 vintage. Let's look at the cork and the bottle. So the cork is very nondescript, so maybe they should do something with the labeling of that. Let's look at the bottle, which I think is beautiful. So this is the Lady of the Dead, Catrina, as they call her. Supposedly her hair is kind of vines, and then sometimes what they'll do is they'll, in different vintages, have the roses a different color. Supposedly there's something to do with Frias embedded into her crown. I can't see it, but maybe this is not in this vintage. Maybe it's in later vintages. This was the start of theirs, so they only started in 2015. This is the 17 vintage. I think they've done better and better with this wine. 14.5% alcohol. Really nice, attractive bottle, I think. And then here's the wine itself. Still very youthful, as you can see. Subscribers of this channel will know I'm not a big Napa Valley fan, although I do drink everything. So let's taste this wine. I will let you know it's been opened quite a while now. It's been about 4 hours. I did taste with some friends in the afternoon, brought some home for this review, and so now we're tasting again. So it's been well aerated at this point. When it first came in the bottle, very impressed with the balance of the wine. One of the knocks and why I don't like Napa Valley wines is sometimes they're over oaked and quite aggressive. This I felt was quite balanced, even though it was 14.5%, lots of fruit on the initial taste. So let's taste it now. So on the aroma, I do feel the heat in the on the nose. It is only 14.5, but you can smell it right away, the alcohol. There's a little bit of mintiness also, but lots of dark fruit, lots of oak. Pretty, for Napa wine drinkers, I think you'll really like it. There's a lot of sweetness in terms of the fruit right away on the nose. It's very viscous, so you can tell this is going to be a big wine. Lots of fruit on this wine. Dark cassis, plums, blackberries. The tannin level isn't that high right now. It's, I would say, medium. It's very balanced. There is a lot of alcohol and there's a lot of heat. The aftertaste is actually not that strong. It is, I wouldn't say it's short, but it's not strong. So it's quite acceptable in my books. It's quite a pleasing wine and easy to drink wine. If anything, maybe a little bit short on the aftertaste, but very drinkable wine. Yeah, it's really ripe fruit, almost a little bit too sweet, but really packs a punch. I like it actually. I'm hovering between 90 and 91 points. I quite like the balance of this wine. So I'm gonna go with 90 points just because it is a bit forward, but again, it's the stylistic. Stylistically, I'm not a Napa wine drinker. I'm not a heavy wine drinker. Those who like this style of wine probably would rate this much higher than I would, but it is a quality wine for sure. I know they're doing great things with this wine, and actually for the price point, it's actually quite a good wine, I think. Nice, excellent label, beautiful story, so I do like it. Hope you've enjoyed this tasting. Until next time, happy drinking.